Lionsgate got up to some stuff on the planet this year. August 8th is Lionsgate. I didn't remember that until August 8th, and then it became very apparent. On August 12th, I went to a pre scheduled reunion for the Starbucks I used to work at. And at that reunion, many things happened, one of which is a friend of mine pointed out that in The Matrix, the ID of Neo that Neo uses is expires on September 11th, 2001. And the movie came out in 1999. So I had to go and confirm that. I had to watch the entire Matrix because although I did find this, I needed to confirm it for myself. And you can see it on there. This is basically the ID. The ID. It is expires September 11th. His birthday is September 13th, and I think it was issued on September 12th. Is that what I'm seeing here? I have a different Reddit up. Sorry. Date of birth, yeah, September 11th. Issued September 12th. Expiry September 11th. So it is in the scene. If anyone else, I have too many StreamYards open. We're going to the previous one. Okay. So if anyone wants to verify, it is the scene where I believe Agent Smith, is it Agent Smith, sitting there with the file and opens it, and it is sitting there upside down. While watching The Matrix to find this scene, we're going to watch the opening of The Matrix, right? We're just until the point where they have dialogue because of the date that runs across the screen. It is the date out of the 3 videos I did, Mean Girls versus Lucky Girls, the 19th, February 19th is a date, is a red string number all in of itself. It was the day that Kyle Cease was Me Too'd. It was the day he put out his conversation with Tim Ballard. It was the day Tim Ballard went and did an OUR run and mentioned that although the interview was in March, I only watched it in this summer when it was released after Sound of Freedom was released. Jim Caziezel's come into all of it. I mean, I can't give enough background for any of this to make sense, and this is going to be a short video. So, and then the same person told me that in The Big Lebowski, there's also September 11th. And although I don't think that one is that relevant in that it just says September 11th, it's from 1991, I believe that he writes a check. What is playing on the news behind him is relevant to everything else. So we're going to play the beginning part of The Matrix, The Big Lebowski, and then I'm going to offer what I got standing outside of the Infinity Building, which is the Starbucks I used to work at, where my ex-boyfriend and coworker lived and worked in that Infinity Building. And standing there, I'm just going to do it now, because why not? I very much understood that just like DNA is a spiral and the infinity symbol is a loop, time is all at once, right? But humans experience it linearly. One thing happens, it can only happen in sequence, right? There is something or someone leading our path, guiding us outside of time, which is why all of these little breadcrumbs can be made, but then they look like conspiracy, right? My hypothesis, Julie's hypothesis, is if September 11th had happened on a different day, let's say September 13th, 2001. Well, no, that's already on the ID, but you know what I'm saying? September 17th, 2001. That would be what was on the ID. Not because the writers knew 9/11 was going to happen, but because something is guiding us with these breadcrumbs. If you don't believe that, that's cool. You're not ready to believe that. But I've seen too many breadcrumbs. And these are just the ones I'm offering. This video would be hours long just on the Matrix 9/11. And this infinity symbol walk that I took. And Lionsgate. And anyone wants to come help me make that video, I'm down with it. But it's too much and too complex. And there is something guiding us. I watched Interstellar. Is that what we watched? Where they talk through gravity. And I was like, oh yeah, no. I didn't watch Interstellar until yesterday. It was yesterday that I watched it for the first time. It has the same people as The Matrix. It has Trinity in it, or rather Carrie-Anne Moss. And it has the guy who plays Cypher, the bad guy, is also the person in, Memento. They're in Memento, not Interstellar. They're in Memento, who's also Nolan, whatever his name is, and did Oppenheimer, which just came out this year, Memento, and Interstellar. And so I watched Interstellar, and then I watched Memento because of stuff that happened since Lionsgate that told me to watch it very clearly. Here is the beginning opening scene of The Matrix.
Yeah. Is everything in place?
Like, there could not have been a date that you're right, because it doesn't mean anything to anyone else except the February 19th Red String video. And all the times February 19th has come into all of this. And then here's the Big Lebowski.
Lost my train of thought here. But, hell. I done introduced him enough.
With them all for collective action. This will not stand. This will not stand, this aggression against Kuwait.
So just the fact that it was talking about the Kuwait-Iraq war in that while he's signing it, that is the weird thing, right? He wrote September 11th while that was going on. Not that the date, right? Because it's 1991. I believe these signs and symbols make sense once you remove that we have time linearly and whoever's leading it does not. It doesn't mean, and time is not linear, it's not linear. 10,000 years ago is the same as yesterday. Leading these signs and symbols is God, is the magic, is something to say we are all intimately connected. And until we had technology, it's a lot less obvious. I wouldn't be able to prove this to anyone else if we didn't have technology. I have my journals I have kept my entire life. I have video evidence. I have all of this information. And yet I'm still shocked each time these things come up. The amount my family came into this, let's just go with. I'm just going to give a little tidbit. So The Matrix came out on March 31st, 1999. Turns out that was the exact same day I found the poster at my chemistry class to go and volunteer in Costa Rica. So that's big for me because that was a big event in my life. Then after this long walk and my cousin being intertwined with it because his name was up on the chapters that we worked at, and now I've lost it. Reading his Wikipedia article, his play in Toronto was one of the first acting roles for Keanu Reeves. It was one of the things, it's on the list of things that gave him his break. So, if anyone wants to join me in figuring out these signs and symbols, that is what I am looking for, right? That people want to point out it's all a coincidence. 2, 3, 4 things might be a coincidence. At this point, we're on hundreds, thousands. It's not a coincidence. It's God. Does that mean that there's a specific path we're supposed to take? No, I think they're pointing to the grand mystery. We're supposed to be in the grand mystery together, helping one another, not this constant battle, right? Something is guiding us outside of time. And the fact I had to date someone that I worked with who went, anyway, his whole life, my whole life intertwined so that I could stand in front of that 25 years later and be like, oh, the infinity symbol. Right. Time. Got it.